This is a toe touch drill that will really loosen up your lower back and your hips, and honestly your whole spine. If you really work on the head all the way through the toes through this motion, you should really gain some good range of motion. So this is a very relaxed drill. It's very passive. If you've worked with me before, we're going to use the same breathing variation that we've used through all of our breathing drills and other mobility drills to really relax the body and fall into good position so that we can target the right areas versus the areas that are always bugging us, really tight hamstrings, really tight low back. We want to be able to release that tension. So here's how we set it up. You're going to find a ramp just like this, or a book if you're at home. Something that's maybe about an inch, inch and a half. We want to get a full placement of your heels on whatever surface you have, but you don't want to be so high that you can't control your balance. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to find a little bit of space underneath our arches here. So I've got my heels on and the balls of my feet are firmly planted on the ground. Now we're going to do our best to find a neutral hip position or pelvis position, but we're going to do so without tucking and squeezing and pinching our glutes. This is very tough, and a lot of times what we need to start with is a good relaxed postural position. I like to do a very relaxed, long exhale like I'm sighing, fogging a mirror. Watch my hips. You notice they kind of fell under naturally. It was a slight tuck, but I didn't use my glutes to pinch and push. So it was really more of like a arching of the back down to a little bit of a posterior tilt, but it happened naturally. We get there through the exhale. You might not be able to get this on day one, but if you continue to work on soft knees, very relaxed posture, let go of your glutes, let go of your pelvic floor, long exhale, lower abs sink in, you're going to get that nice neutral. Now, once you find that neutral, if you feel heavy in your heels, you might feel a little bit of tension in your upper hamstrings and your lower glutes. But again, it's like a 1 out of 10. We want to maintain that tension and maintain that neutral pelvis position while we're doing this, essentially taking the spine this way while our hips continue to pull that direction. On both of these drills, if you feel your hamstrings pulling, you have gone too far, and now we've pushed ourselves into a more oriented position where we're just bending down the other way with our spine and our hips in a way that's not going to open up our mobility. So be really careful with that and take your time. This toe touch has two variations. The first variation is going to focus on loosening up your spine and your lower back and focus a little less on the hips. And once you try both variations, you'll know what I'm talking about. So I want to start with this elevated surface, soften my knees just like this, long, slow exhale. Notice how pelvis doesn't drop until maybe 6, 7, 8 seconds. We want to draw those exhales out to really relax, allow the lower ab wall underneath your belly button to sink in and allow that internal rotation to happen. You'll know what I'm talking about when you try it. Once you find that position, for the first variation, we're going to keep our knees bent and we're going to tuck the chin and start to slowly roll the spine down, really flexing your spine as much as possible, but not in a forceful way. Allow gravity to pull you into it. It looks like this. Long, slow breaths. Inhale through your nose very passively. Now, for this first variation, I'm keeping my knees soft, and I'm imagining I'm sitting into a tall stool until I feel my lower back really start to open up. Once I feel that really start to loosen up the lower back right here, I'm going to hold and breathe very slowly. Inhale through my nose. Exhale, open mouth. When I exhale, I'm allowing my lower abs to sink in so that I find a little bit of natural abdominal tension. Once I find that tension, I'm going to hold on to it, and I'm going to inhale slowly through my nose. And I should feel the airflow opening up my back. I might even feel my neck stretching, my T-spine stretching, just my whole upper body is on Novocaine, and I'm just relaxing here. The more you can focus on your exhales, collapsing your lower ab wall, sinking in there, and then you naturally find some deep core tension and some oblique tension. You can hold on to that, not squeezing it, but hold on to it. 3 out of 10, 4 out of 10 effort. Your soft inhales will expand your back. Once we've gotten a little bit more mobility in your spine, we're now going to do the second variation, which is going to carry you a little bit lower into the sacrum, spine, and hip area right here. And that's going to allow you to really open up those hips and get some more internal rotation, take some pressure off that low back. So the only change in setting up this portion of the drill is soft knees, exhale, Now I'm going to think about straightening my legs without locking my knees. If I lock my knees, I'm probably going to go back into that arch position, which means I'm going to be really relying on my lower back and my hamstrings, and I want to be opening up my hips from that nice neutral position. So again, we're going to soften up, relax, straighten. Now, if you're in the right pelvic position and you straighten your legs without locking them, you might feel some more of that upper hamstring, lower glute tension. That's perfect. That's how you know you're in the right position. Now, the key is keep this posture and that hip position the whole time. So on this one, it's even more important. As I go down, taking the spine this way, I want the tailbone and the pelvis to kind of pull me back that way. So I'm almost using my hamstrings to stay in this position without them pulling this direction and feeling like they're stretching. Again, don't go so far that you feel your hamstring stretching. If you do, you've gone too far, too fast. Reset, start again, okay? Same breathing cadence and everything. Straight legs. Now my hands are staying against my thighs the whole time. And as I go down, on this drill specifically, I only move down when I exhale. Once I find some back tension right there, hold, inhale. Same principles. Ab wall sinks in. As you go down in that position, you should feel the stretching. Go from here to out to the sides and down here, not hamstrings, okay? No hamstrings the whole time. I was able to keep my pelvis in a neutral position and kind of, again, pull them in opposite directions, so I really got some good loosening in the hips. Another tip here, if you want to add a little bit more mobility to this, while you're inhaling and exhaling on your way down, match it with your foot position. I'll show you from this angle. So once I get down to that stretch position, I'm going to get heavy on my outer heels when I inhale, and then as I exhale, I'm going to think about corkscrewing my legs into the inner heel pressure. Inhale. Just like that, you're going to get even more stretching in those glutes and those hips. Looks like this. We'll go ahead and get you down here so you see my knees. Inhale. Now, while you're holding this position, you don't want to be so heavy on your heels that you're so far back that your toes don't have a lot of pressure. You want to keep equal weight on your heels and the balls of your feet so that this motion really takes the legs and moves them through that range of motion pathway. Both of these drills should loosen up your lower back and your hips. Remember, we're trying to avoid hamstring tension here. And if you've got super tight hamstrings, this might actually offer you some relief. This is how you get it done, guys. Very nice, I like.